Hi, everybody. I just wanted to jump on here and do this live simply because if I'd have uploaded it and did it without going live, then it would have took forever to upload. So welcome to Freya's Chrome. This is going to be a different kind of a video. If by some strange chance that you are not interested in this video, just click off. Do not leave rude comments because if you don't want to walk through this door, that is your choice. I am not here to bash anybody. I am not here to hurt anybody or offend anybody in any way, shape, or form. But what I am here to do is to open up a door to let you explore a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. You could see everything okay, I guess. All right, so if you want to connect with this video and you understand what I'm about to say, you can hit that thumbs up. Don't be leaving no nasty comments. If you want to say something kind or add to what I have to say, please do so. And if you know anybody that maybe they need to hear the video, please go right ahead and share it with them. By the way, my name is Melody and welcome to Freya's Crone. All right. I am a psychic investigator. I've been getting a lot of downloads. I've been getting a lot of claircognitive thoughts, which we are going to go into. But before we go any further, let me explain a little bit to you about what this video is about. So I went through and I did a little bit of an outline here, and we're going to start with the root races. All right. So we are currently in what they would call Ragnarok, Revelations, the Apocalypse, whatever word you want to call it. In times we are currently in that. I've been trying to get this video up, and I don't know if anybody else out there is experiencing what I'm experiencing, but I've been under a lot of heavy black magic witchcraft, which has really been playing a toll on my health. So if anybody else is experiencing that, that'd be a good reason to connect with this video, because we're going to talk about that. All right. So we are currently, right as we are doing this video, about to go through another human evolution. We are about to evolve again. We've already been through 5. We are currently in our 5th root race. We're about to enter into our 6th root race, where the 6th would be our 3rd eye, where things, we're going through a mass awakening, and old illusions and programming is being torn away. The mass collective is what I call going through an ego death, where we're taking off them tunnel vision and rose-colored glasses, and we are starting to see things from a bigger perspective, so to speak. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to go quickly through the root races until I get to where I want to be. So the first root race, each root race has 7 root races, and then each of them sub races have 7 family races. The first root race was a sexless ethereal being. They were come in astral form. The second, we evolved from the first. There was no death. And then we evolved into the 3rd and the 4th. The 3rd was the Lemurians, where they had that one central eye. And then they shortened us a little bit after we went through the 4th root race, which would have been the Atlanteans. So the Lemurians and the Atlanteans were the giants. The Atlanteans, they made, instead of having the 1/3 eye, they made us have the 2 frontal eyes, and they made us total human, with male and female sex organs, because whenever they start out with the ethereal beings, or the first, like the cavemen, what they were doing was when they died, they had no way of reproducing. So they made us with sex organs and them wombs, and how we procreate, so that we can keep procreating. I just heard the word They Live, which is a movie maybe some of you may need to go check out. So the Atlanteans were totally human, but they were medium, psychic, they had telepathic abilities. They also worked with crystal magic. And what they did was they abused that. And that was the cause of their destruction. So what happened is they shortened us going into the fifth. They shortened us and they took away all of that knowledge and gave us amnesia. Why? So that we could be bred, so that we could co-create, so they could keep control of us. Okay. So we are currently in the fifth root race, and that's where we are now. And we are currently going to go into the sixth root race where, like I said, the illusion is falling away, which is taking me to where I want to go with this word on the board. So how many of you have ever heard of Nostradamus? Please hit that thumbs up if you have. Nostradamus was a great apothecary. I believe he was from France, or he was French native. And when he created the apothecaries, or the quatrains rather, he was in a trance and he would see things. Okay. And that's where the word Mabus comes in, because in the quatrains, what he did was he named the three antichrists. The first one was Napoleon Bonaparte. He misspelled that. The second one was Hitler. He misspelled that. He called it Hister. And then he said the third one was Mabus. Okay. So, and then he said after the third antichrist gets taken down, we're going to have 1,000 years of peace, which will take us to the seventh root race, which will be the Christ consciousness. Okay. So the next thing I want to tell you about is a couple of months ago, I got this download, or this claircognitive thought, that talks about all snakes die at sundown. And I was like, all right, spirit, here I am, the psychic investigator. Let's go down this rabbit hole. Well, I'm like, what does that mean? All snakes die at sundown. Well, in all reality, when you kill a snake, it does not die until sundown. And it's the honest to God's truth. And I was like, all right, what does that mean? And I was like, aha, we got a period of time coming that they talk about in that Bible, the Revelations, the Apocalypse, whatever you want to call it, where it talks about 3 days of darkness, or the days of darkness is what I'm calling it, because some people say it's 3, some people say it's 10. I say it's going to be as long as it's going to need it until they clear out the snakes. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about Mabus real quick. All right. So I was like, all right. So the second download that I got was Saturday on the 4th of July, something about a party in the park. Now, I know what that means on a personal level, but I feel like it's more on a grand level. So I went over to the Jewish Gematria time calendar, and I typed in all snakes die at sundown, and I got 1720 was the number, but I got July 4th. And I'm like, oh my goodness. All right. So what happened on July 4th? Neptune went retrograde in Aries. Aries is the house of outward appearances, how we appear to the world, our attitudes. All right. And it will end in Pisces, which will be in December. Okay. So Friday, right? The 4th of July. Saturday is ruled by Saturn. So we got all these retrogrades. We have Mercury that was just in retrograde, that just went out of retrograde. We have it's going back in retrograde in November. We have Jupiter that's going retrograde on November 11th and will stay in retrograde until next year in March. Saturn went retrograde on July 13th in Aries and is currently retrograde in Pisces until November 28th. Uranus will go retrograde next month on September 6th. It will start out in Gemini and will be retrograde until February of next year. Will end in Taurus. Neptune went retrograde July 4th and will be retrograde until December 10th. Pluto went retrograde in Aquarius on May 4th and will be retrograde until October 14th. And Chiron went retrograde on July 30th and will be retrograde until January of next year in Aries. All right. So, all right. So we got all these retrogrades happening. Well, next month in September, we have the lunar eclipses. We have the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, and we have a new moon solar eclipse in Virgo that'll roll over into Libra. So what I think is really coincidental is Uranus goes retrograde on September 6th. September 7th is the full moon in Pisces, lunar eclipse. So there's something about that Piscean energy that is bringing down the walls of these illusions and helping people to see through it. Okay. So yes, you see my cat up there. He's my familiar. He is always with me. All right. So let's go ahead into Mabus now. I'm trying to make this as quick and painless as I can. So we're going to go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a plus here, a plus here, a plus here, and we're going to put a 0 or an O on top of these two things. All right. So I'm not going to say, but what I am going to do is I'm going to write. So you got the pluses here. So you got this one right here. We got this one, and we got this one, which talks about the USA. All right. So back in March, we had a significant event happen. We had the first Pope from the United States get elected as the new Pope. His name is Leo. Pope Leo. Okay. So March is Piscean season. He is from the USA. Okay. Now we're going to go with the M and the B. Remember I said about Nostradamus misspelling things. So here we have the M and the B. 0, 0. All right. So we got the M and the B. Hold on a second. I need to erase something real quick. So USA. Now, so the M and the B could represent two things. Mark of the beast from where? The USA. Remember, who got elected, right? From the United States. Two different people. Okay? This person okay? And then who else got elected this year? Right? Remember, Nostradamus misspelled something, right? So, we have USA for Mabus. USA, okay? Now we have the M and the B. So, which, like I said, could be Mark of the Beast, okay? Which goes right along with the M and the B. Or, okay, we could say this person. Because remember, Nostradamus misspelled the first two antichrists. So do you think that this person here and this person over here could be working together in the United States? So the United States definitely holds the third antichrist. one of them carries the mark of the beast, or maybe both of them carry the mark of the beast. But remember, it's MP, not MB, right? And they both come from here, right there. Okay. Whew. So what is happening is in the collective, the fall of the illusion of organized religion, hence the mark of the beast. If you remember, the beast comes up out of the water, right? With 7 heads and 7 horns and 777. So 7 is a very important number. Why? Because the 7 rules our crown chakra, our thoughts, how we see things, how we think about things, right? So we are entering into the 6th root race, where we are becoming more open on not only on an intellectual level with the crown chakra, but on a psychic level as well, to see things for what they truly are. So the book of Revelation, the Bible, Ragnarok, represents the fate of humanity, where there is going to be a battle of the gods. So what I mean by this, and this is even going to be even a little more in depth, is when we first came here, as well, first of all, we're not the only beings in this galaxy. Okay, we are not the only beings, living beings in the whole solar system. That's virtually impossible. We had to come from somewhere, right? They made us in the image of them. Think about that. So what happened was, these bad seeds, the ones who wanted control over Earth, what they did was they hopped from planet to planet. You notice a lot of the planets in the Milky Way, which is our galaxy, no longer have life on them. Why? Ask yourself, why does Mars kind of look like Earth, but they have nobody on it? Well, I'll tell you why. Because the ones who are trying to control now, which are the reptilians, and they are real because I bit by one, who went from planet to planet, caused ruckus, caused control. And when the people rose up to them, they caused war, they caused destruction, they caused the planet to destruct. And then what they did was they ran. They would ran from this planet to this planet, and finally they landed on Earth. They terraformed it, and then they came here, and what they did was they terraformed it, and they made us in. They wanted to use us as a form of control, which is what religion is. Think about it. If you don't go to church every Sunday, you're going to go to hell. If you don't do this, you're going to go to hell. If you don't do it this way, you're going to go to hell. So they use that as a form of control to get you to bow down. You should not have to go to church and bow down in front of something that is neon made. Because listen, we all possess, most of us possess a soul. Whether it's good or whether it's bad. Some people are soulless beings that are here just for this destruction. I'm not saying that everybody has a soul. Some people don't even have a good soul. Some people have a bad soul. Okay. But the point is that we're all here for a reason, right? So this is going to, like, the collective is going to break through that illusion, and then walls are going to fall down. So let me ask you a question. How many of you believe in Jesus, right? You all believe in Jesus, right? Because he supposedly died on the cross and died for us, right? Why did he die for us? Because he was trying to get the collective to awakening, to, instead of worshiping something that is neon made, that these people right here wanted you to worship them. What he was trying to do was awaken you to the fact that you don't need to actually go and pay somebody to make sure that you have that seat to heaven. Because listen, when we die, we're all going home. Every single one of you. Whether your home is back on your other planet or back to hell, wherever you're going. Demons are definitely real. This is demonic right here. Demons are real. Seen them. I got bit by one of these guys. And it's still causing me health issues. It gave me a virus. Okay. So what these reptilians did was they started us with the sexes. And what they did was they used that as a form of control to us to keep us in what we call a soul trap. All right. The soul trap talks about the amnesia. If you don't do it this way, then you're going to go to hell. If you don't do it that way, you're going to go to hell. That's the trap. Everybody has to pay their karma. Everybody has to reap what they have sowed. Yeah, we do. That's the energy that you put out there. You always get back. It's all energy. But the point is it's just a soul trap, and it's all a form of control. That's all it is. You don't have to go to a building. You don't even have to get down on your knees to pray. You don't have to do anything any specific way. As long as you keep your conscience clear, you trust that there is a higher power, because there absolutely is. I have proof of that on my channel too. You can see through this illusion. The illusion is caused for division. As long as there's division, as long as there's division between us humans, there's always going to be conflict. You know, and if you noticed more recently, everybody is offended. I'm offended because Melody from Freya's Crone said, you know, this, and that. They're going to be offended. But the thing is, if the truth offends you, then maybe you need to take a deeper look into it. All right. So that is exactly what is happening. It's a soul trap to keep you blind, to keep you in their power. And when you take your power back and you open up to a broader spectrum of, okay, well, there is something else out there, right? Then you're able to break through that illusion. So what is actually going to happen is it's called a pole shift. It is called a pole shift. We are due for it. We're actually overdue for it. It's happened several times before. One time, the asteroid hit the Earth, killed all the dinosaurs. You know, that happened billions of years ago. That asteroid flipped us. Okay. Then the other one was what they call Noah's Ark. Okay. That was a pole shift too, because think about it. When we flip, things are going to go out of whack. The water is going to be moved. The earth is going to be moved. And that's what's happening now, is we are teeter-tottering on this pole shift. And when we go through the pole shift, that's where the days of darkness are going to come in, because we're not going to have no sunlight. Now, whether the sun shifts with us or the sun causes our pole shift, I am not exactly sure, but I do know the sun is involved in it, because without the sun, we're going to have 100% darkness. So the sun is definitely involved in the shift. That's why we have so many solar flares. And when they hit the earth, what does it do? It messes with our electronics. It messes with our energy. You know, it messes with this. It messes with that, because the sun is very powerful. It's a ball of fire. And then we got the moon, which rules our emotions, hence the eclipse. So this days of darkness is coming, and it's coming really quick, people. Come on, I need you guys to wake up, and I need you to pay attention, because Mabus is here. Mabus is here. We got the mark of the beast. That's what MB stands for. MB, mark of the beast. And then who has the mark of the beast? This person and this person. And I'm probably going to upset a couple people with this second one. Probably going to upset a lot of people with the first one too, because it's all about this right here. Listen, Catholicism has their own city. It's called the Vatican. They have their own city, and underneath that city is tunnels. You think that these two are not involved in all of the little ones and their disappearances? Oh, but yes, they are. Absolutely. It's been happening. This person right here, the T person, the rump here, left somebody out of jail, gave them their freedom back over the little ones. After all the publicity, it's all about the publicity. It's all about the media. I want to be the good guy here. Well, listen, to me, there is no good guy, because right now we are in them times. We are in Ragnarok. We are in Revelations. We are in Apocalypse. And all that means, to be honest with you, is the lifting of the veil. Hence all the Pisces energy, the lifting of the veil, because Pisces represents hidden agendas, hidden secrets, mystery, just like Scorpio. Mystery. Okay. I needed to get this out. I've been trying to get it out. Like I said, I've been under heavy spiritual attack, heavy black magic, witchcraft. I've lost a lot of hair. I'm telling you, they do not want me to put this information out to you. Mabus, remember, Mabus. Nostradamus predicted the third Antichrist is Mabus. From where? The USA. He misspelled the first two Antichrists. MP, MB. Mark of the beast. All snakes die at sundown. Wake up, people. We're entering into the days of darkness. The veil is about to be lifted on everything. Everything that you thought was true, you're going to be able to see through it if you are willing to open your eyes and see, and open your ears to hear. Very, very important, guys. Very, very important. We're about to go. That's why people like myself have been under such spiritual attack, because they don't want me to put this out there. They don't want me to reveal the truth to you. It's not in their nature. And what I am doing is I am breaking it. And when I broke this, I heard Melody broke the code. I am breaking it right now. Mabus, baby, Mabus. The days of darkness are upon us. It is coming, guys. It is coming. Please wake up. Please. I'm here to try to save you. That is part of my mission. In the meantime, I probably won't even be able to save myself. But the point is that I'm getting it out here for you guys to see it. I am a psychic medium. I see things. I know things. I went down that rabbit hole. That's how I found out about the root races. That's how I found out about a lot of things. And if you don't believe me, I can give you another channel, Tarot by Isabella. Go watch her videos. They are telling you the same thing. Mabus, 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 Mabus. Days of darkness, guys. Come on. Wake up. Mabus. USA. Mark of the beast. Both of them. And what really got my attention was a couple of months ago, I did a video. It was Pisces, and it said that this year was a sticky situation. And right after that video is when this person right here got elected. Sticky situation. Sticky. Please do not leave me any kind comments. Please don't leave me any nasty comments. I will delete you and I will report you. I am not playing. This is my channel. This is my life. This is what I am meant to do. The code is broke. It's up to you. Can you see through the illusion? Are you willing to walk through that door and see through this right here? The control. Are you willing to see that we are in a soul trap? We are here to be bred as slaves so that they control us, keep us for money. Money, money, money. The root of all evil is money. Materialism, competition. They want you to compete with the neighbors. The Jones have 2 cats, a dog, 3 kids, white picket fence, both have full-time careers. And here you are next door wondering, how can I get that? Competition, division, control, all about control. Be careful what you're watching on the media, because the media is only going to show you what they want to show you. And when you're diverted to the media and everything that's going on, it's all a diversion because they want you to keep you scared. Please, guys, I love you and I am trying to save you. Please. Thank you for watching and have a great day.